There's gobs of money in Foxborough, and there's pressure with it. Do you believe it? Do you? Do you? Do you? I'm not sure. I'm Kevin Dupont for Globe 10.0, here with Scott Thurston. Scott, you know, hometown discount for Brady. They've got cap's going to be around $125 million. They've got maybe 20% of that, 20-odd million to spend. Do you think they really feel the pressure to go out and spend it and, you know, to a degree, mollify the fan base?
No.
Okay, let's have another subject.
Yeah, I mean, they will spend, but do they care what you think?
In part because they have to spend.
Do they think what you think, or I think, or the fan base thinks about whom they should spend it on?
Right.
Absolutely not. You know, they're going to make some business decisions.
Yeah.
They need to improve, obviously. There is money to spend. They will spend it because that's the prudent thing to do.
Yeah.
But do they care what talent they bring in? What I think, you think? No.
Yeah. They live by performance. And frankly, there's a whole lot of franchises in all sports that probably should emulate this. I know the fan base gets attached. You know, Harry Sinden with the Bruins for years said, never fall in love with your players, right? Of course, you know, I wish he'd fallen in love with a few snipers along the way. Maybe they'd have a few more championships. That's another story. But the Patriots, and you know these names as well as I do, if we look over the last, under the Bill regime, players who've left here, and you've had some initial reaction of astonishment, right?
Sure.
Lawyer Malloy being one.
Richard Seymour,
Dion Branch. We can go through. Even most recently, and I felt this way, Ben Jarvis Green Ellis, the guy who actually they had developed as a runner, was 1,000+ yards, and they didn't want to pay him, right?
Right. They put a figure on the player.
Right.
And if the player doesn't take it, well, we're happy to move on, and we'll bring up somebody behind you.
Yeah.
They knew they had Ridley. They knew they had Vereen.
Right, which is why you've got to draft right. But I would argue even that it's not even so much what the value is. They can reach the point where they say, and maybe they've done this with Brandon Lloyd, forget the money necessary, don't like you as a player.
Right, we're ready to move on.
Yeah.
There is no sentimentality factor, as we know, down in Foxborough. It's strictly a business.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why they've been as successful as they've been. They don't become attached.
Sentimentality in Foxborough runs on Route 1, but it just keeps going south.